Bonjour tout le monde. Good morning, everyone. My name is Antoine Bayargent, and I'm the program coordinator here at the Ottawa branch of the National Association of Federal Retirees. Excuse me. I'd like to begin by recognizing that the Ottawa branch is located on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. We extend our respects to all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people for their valuable past, present, and future contributions to this land and our country. On behalf of the branch, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's fitness session, which is titled New Year, New You. We're joined today by Michelle Bourdeau, older adults fitness specialist and head trainer from AIM Fitness. She'll guide us through an engaging seated fitness session with movements and exercises that you can do right at home. I also want to give a special welcome to anyone here who is not yet a member of the association. We hope that these webinars will inspire you to join us. And to our existing members, we hope that these webinars will encourage you to maintain your membership with us. Please note that if you have any questions for Michelle, please type them in the chat box or the Q&A box, and she'll be able to answer them at the end of the presentation. So that's it from me. So I'll pass it over to Michelle. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're all excited and ready to exercise. Today, all you're going to need to have with you is a chair and some weights. The weights can be variable. They could be heavier, they could be lighter. It's always nice to have a couple of sets by your side so you can change it up. If you feel that the first ones are too easy or you get tired, you could always switch. So it's always a great thing to have with you. We're going to begin just with a nice, easy warm up. So if you can, we're going to stand up just for a little bit. And then we'll get into our exercises in our chair, but we're just going to stand up, and I just kind of want you just to march on the spot and swing those arms. If you need mobility and stability, push your chair to the side and hold on. It's okay. We can do that. We can move things around and just swing one arm. Good. I just want the blood to start flowing through your body, getting that heart pumping and dispersing that blood, getting you warmer. Good. We're just going to stop and we're going to go up on our tippy toes and down. Now, if this is a difficult exercise for you to do, you can just go up on one toe and then bring it down. Go up on the other toe and bring it down. Okay, so you have options. You can go a little bit more. Still holding on if you need to. If you don't, you can put your hands on your hips and balance and go up and down. Good. If you still have your hands on your hips, you can still do the one side then the other. That's perfectly fine. Good. Excellent. You got it. We just want to make sure our ankles and everything get a lot of stretching done. Our ankles hold us up. They do a lot of work for us all day long. They walk for us. They get us to where we need to go. So we want to make sure we show some love to our ankles. You can take your chair and you can sit down in it now. Good. We're going to extend one leg out. And I just want you to point your toes and flex. Point and flex. Good. One foot at a time. Excuse me. Good. We're going to take that same foot and we're going to circle it. Nice and easy. So if you are a runner or a walker, I do suggest you do these exercises before you go for your walk or for your run. It's always good to make sure that we're ready and prepared for what we're going to be doing. Our body needs to warm up. Let's go the other way. Good. You may notice that the flexibility in your ankle might have changed over the years. So if you're finding that you're having a very hard time rotating the ankle and you're kind of doing the whole leg more like this, I suggest that you try to every day work on that ankle flexibility and just try to do your circles. You can even just go from side to side, but without moving the whole leg. Really try to isolate that ankle. Good. Let's bring it to the other side. We're going to point and flex. Feel that in your shin and your calf. Good. When you flex, it pulls the shin, sorry, calf. And then when we point, it stretches our shin. So again, very important for runners, for walkers, if you're going for a hike, even if you're going to the grocery store and that's a big outing for you, just sit down before you go and point and flex and rotate your ankles. Good. And the other way. Good. You might hear a little bit of cracking, a little bit of snap, crackle, and pop. That's okay. That's just working out the air that you have built up in that joint. As long as there's no pain associated with it, it's okay. We always tend to get scared a little bit when we hear noises. Let's go the other way. Excuse me. Good. So as you start, you might notice it was a little bit louder, a little bit of more cracking, popping, but as you kind of work through it, it goes away. Yeah, let's bring that leg down. So we're just going to march on the spot in our chair, just nice and easy. Just lifting one foot up off the floor, then the other. Good. So from here, we're going to sit all the way back in our chair, nice tall back. You're just going to lift one leg straight up and bring it back. Up and back. You're going to squeeze your quad as you pull your knee up and feel that muscle working. Put your hands on your leg and feel that muscle. It's contracting and pulling, getting stronger. It's a good thing. Good. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Excellent. Let's shake it out. So just tap those feet. And then we're going to go to the other side. Good. Let's go to the other leg. Lifting it up and back. Up and back. And again, feel that leg so you are aware of the muscle group that you're working. You can feel it working. Good. Up and down. Good. We got this. So these are all exercises that you'll be able to do in your home at any time. You're sitting after dinner watching TV, you can do these exercises while you're doing something else. So you don't feel that you have to set aside time to do these exercises. They're all very easy to do wherever you are. Even if you're visiting someone and you're kind of like, you know what, I've been sitting for so long, I'm kind of getting antsy. Just start doing your exercises. They might even join in with you. It wouldn't be a bad thing. Good. All right, let's tap it out. Good. Good. So I'm just going to move back a little bit. I want you to keep yourself kind of in the middle of your chair. So you're not leaning against the back anymore. You're kind of standing or sitting tall. And I want both feet flat on the floor. So depending on how tall you are, you might need to come closer. I'm not the tallest person, so I have to kind of come to the edge of my chair. And I want you to keep both feet flat. All you're going to do from here is slide them out and slide them back in. Push and pull back in. You're just sliding feet out and in. As you're doing this, you're keeping your core nice and tight and your back is nice and straight. So if you're on carpet, it's a little bit more difficult. You'll have a little bit more tension, but that's okay. Resistance is good. If you're on the floor and you have socks on, really make sure you push your feet down so you have a little bit of resistance. Good. So from here, we're going to keep them out front. You're going to circle one and bring it right back. A big circle, keeping that foot flat on the floor, and circle. We're going to get into that hip now and circle. Circle. So this is full range of motion for the hip. Our hip is a ball and socket joint. So in the hip, it has that whole ability to make a big circle. Not all our joints can do that, but our hips can. So big circle. Good. We want to try to keep our upper body stiff and tight. So we're not kind of going with our leg. I don't want any upper body movement. I just want the hip to be doing the movement. If this is difficult, that's okay. Just go side to side. Just go out and back, out and back. Okay. Many options, and you can do just what you are able to do. Okay. Don't push it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Good. Let's stop that leg and let's go to the other leg. You might have to readjust yourself in your seat. I'm just going to move these guys out of the way, and we're going to do a big circle again. Oh, not enough. All right, big circle. There we go. You do kind of need a little bit of space for this exercise, so hopefully you have it. You'll feel this into your glutes as well as your hip. So again, if you're eating dinner and you have a moment before you clear the plates, you can sit here and do your exercises. If you're talking to somebody on the phone, you can sit on the phone and get one of your exercises over with. It's always good to do two things at the same time. Time saving. It always feels like we don't have enough time in the day to set aside a whole block of an hour to do our exercises. So there's nothing saying you have to. You could always just snack on food. Or snack on food is good too, but snack on exercise so that you're not overwhelmed doing all of your exercises all at once. Pick a time in the day and do one or two at a time. Good. So we're really getting into that hip and we're feeling that glute. Good. I'll do a couple more. And again, if on this side you still can't do that whole circle, just go out and in. Just keep that foot flat on the floor, bringing it in and out. Good. Still getting the same results, just not to the full range of motion that you could if you were doing a full circle. That's okay. All right, let's tap it out. We're going to sit tall. We're not against the back of our chair. We're kind of at the edge of our chair. We're just going to lean back just a little bit and tap our knee. Just a nice, easy tap. Good. So we've worked our hips in a circular range of motion. Now we're doing it in an upward. So they're still getting that work. Now we're just going to do a nice, easy tap. If you want a little bit more, you can do elbow to knee. So you can lift elbow to knee. Good. And if you still want a little bit more, you can grab your weights and you can do elbow to knee with your weights. Okay, so there's three options. You can do what suits you best. And there'll be days. Some days you'll be like, yeah, I did it yesterday with my weights. No problem. Today I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm just going to do it with my elbows, or I'm just going to do it with my hands and just tap. That's okay. As we're doing this, we want to though make sure our back is tall. We're leaning back a little bit, but we're not arching our back. We're not rounding our back. We're just leaning back, getting that core activated in order to do this leg lift or knee tap. Good. So now I'm going to let you go all the way back. You can lay back on the chair. I can go sideways for you so you can see. We're going to lay all the way back. You're going to grab onto your chair. You're going to reduce the amount of arm assistance you're going to do though. I don't want you pulling with your arms. I want you just to lift one leg here, other leg, then down and down. Lift one, lift two, bring it down, bring it down. Good. Up, up, down, down. Up, up, down, down. Good. So we're going to feel that activation of the core. We're going to feel that in the hip flexors. We're going to feel that in our quads. A whole bunch of things are going on. If this seems too easy for you, fair enough. Let's do double leg lift, both at the same time. You can stop at the bottom. Make sure you're not pulling in through the back. We want to make sure our core is doing the work. So we're just pulling, and your arms can either just kind of hang out at the back. They can hold on to your chair as long as you're not using your arms. The other thing I don't want to see is when you go down and you put your feet to the floor, you move forward and then you rock all the way back to get going again, and then you come forward. I really want you to isolate core for this exercise. So you're going to stay leaning back. That's why you can hold onto the bottom of your chair. You can wrap your arms around the back of your chair too, just so that it prevents you from leaning forward. Good. So we should really be starting to feel the core. Perfect. And then we can always just hold it here. You can cross your legs, one over the other. Just hold it. So again, pulling in that core. Now you're going to feel the core in your obliques at the same time. And then bring it down. You can shake it out in between. Good. And then we can do it again. Pull it up, hold, really get set. Breathe, make sure you breathe. Bring it down, shake it out. We're gonna do one more because that feels good. Good, and even if you're just lifting your feet up off the floor a little bit, that's fine. That's okay, you'll work up to it. Perfect. And bring it down. Shake it out. All right. Good. So let's just do a little back stretch. We're just going to bring one hand over our opposite knee and just twist a little bit. Just in case we started to feel the back pull into that exercise. Other side, opposite hand on the knee. You can put your other hand on the chair and just push against that knee to be able to twist. Good. We're going to do one more on each side. Nice, easy twist. Hold. Breathe. Good, and come back. And again, twist, push, hold, and breathe. Good. All right, round those shoulders. We're going to pick up our weights again. We're going to sit all the way back in our chair. Good. So we're sitting in our chair. We have our weights. Our palms are facing upward. We're going to drop them beside our chair. So if you're using a chair with arms, it's a little bit more difficult. You might have to go further out or sit on the edge of your chair so that you're kind of away from the arms. An armless chair is the best for this exercise. All right, so all we're gonna do is a bicep curl. So bringing it up and down. Good, up and down. Good. So you're just gonna breathe naturally. You're gonna breathe where you need to. Just don't hold your breath. Good, up and down. Up and good. So again, you're using whatever weight you decide feels good for you. If it does feel a little too easy and you're doing repetitions of up to 50, let's say, it's time for you to get a heavier weight and drop down the number of reps you do. So therefore maybe you're doing 3-pound weights and you're going to 50. Let's bring it to a 5-pound weight and do only half of that. The point of heavier weight for women, especially, and for men, is that it's better for your bones to lift heavier and only a smaller amount of numbers than light forever. You're kind of like, your body's used to doing that. So we want to make it difficult. We're going to take that now and go across. Shoulder down. Shoulder down. Good. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Perfect. So you can do it so it's just the end going to your shoulder, the end going to your shoulder, or you can bring your whole palm to your shoulder. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever feels best for you. Good. We'll do a couple more. 1. Good. 2. 3. And 4. Good. All right, we can bring those weights into our lap. We're gonna take our fingers and wiggle them out. Excuse me. Good, and rotate your wrists. So working with weights is sometimes very difficult for people that have carpal tunnel. You can still do it, but just make sure you give your wrists and your fingers a break in between. Wiggle it out. If you have very severe carpal tunnel and it hurts your thumb to hold a weight, try holding your, I'll come closer for you. Try holding your weight where your thumb is not on the other side. So this is the typical way that we hold it. But if you have carpal tunnel, that's a lot of pain and stress on that thumb. So bring it with your fingers, beside your fingers. So therefore, it's not getting all that pressure. It's just a little trick. All right, we're gonna drop one weight. We're gonna hold on to one. We're gonna put our hands on each end and hold it this way, nice and tight. We're gonna lift it over our head and we're gonna bend our elbows back and lift it back up. Bend it back and lift it up. So again, you're nice and tall, back is straight, core is tight. Up and back. If you're finding that you're having a hard time clearing your head, we just might not have the flexibility in our shoulders and we're kind of removing our head to do this one, then there's another option. Then I want you to sit sideways on your chair if you have no arms, and you're gonna just kick it back. Excuse me. You're gonna lean forward. You're gonna bring that elbow right into your side, and you're just gonna extend the arm backward and forward, not moving the shoulder at all. You're just kicking it back and bending it forward. You can put your other hand on your shoulder to make sure you're not moving it. So there's this way to do your triceps, or if you're fine and you can do them, you can do it right here. Good. So whatever you choose. Again, if you're doing it with sitting and your elbow is at your side, you're just kicking it back. You're gonna lean forward just a little bit, but make sure your back is flat and you're gonna kick it back. Kick it back. Notice my shoulder is not moving. The only thing I'm doing is bending the elbow forward and straightening it back out. Okay, my back is flat. I'm not sitting here like this. My back is flat. My neck is in line. You should be looking forward. I'm looking sideways to you guys, but try to keep your chin in alignment and just working this way. Good. All right, let's put that weight down again. And we're gonna roll our shoulders. Good, and wiggle out your fingers. Remember to always have water by your side. If you need to take a break and have some water, go ahead. Do that at any point throughout your workout. It's important to stay hydrated. All right, we're gonna take that single weight again. I'm gonna move my chair back. You're gonna place that weight on the floor, right in front of you. You're gonna sit all the way back in your chair. You're gonna grab your weight with your feet. And you're just going to extend up and come back down. So I'm going to show you sideways so you can see. So my weight is in the middle. I have my feet wrapped around it. I just straighten out my legs and bring it back to the floor. Straighten out, bring it to the floor. So we did this earlier without the weight. This is just a little more elevated. Up and down. Perfect. Good. So we're remembering our core is tight, our back is straight. Again, you can put your hands on your quads to make sure you're feeling them. They're what's working right now. Good. And there's always the ability to challenge yourself if you want to, reset yourself, and just hold for as long as you can. See if you can hold it for 10 seconds. If you can hold it for 10 seconds, the next time you do it, see if you can hold for 15. If you can hold for 15, try for 20, and so forth and so forth. And see where you get to. And those legs will start to get a lot stronger. Good. Again, while you're watching TV, you have the TV on, you have your favorite program you're watching. Who's to say you can't do this at the same time? Just saying. Good. Holding it for as long as you can, taking it down and shaking it out. Always give the body some love after it's done some work for you. It's important. We like that ourselves, right? If we do something, we want that gratification. We want to be like, oh, someone noticed we did something good for you. So your body is the same way. Your muscles are like, oh, I just did work. I want some love. So give it the love. All right, let's try one more time just because it's fun. So I want you just to try holding it for as long as you can. So we'll try for 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not too bad. 10 seconds goes pretty fast. All right, shake out those legs. Perfect. All right, we're gonna take our 2 weights again. We're gonna bring them to our shoulders. We're gonna sit kind of on the edge of our chair. We don't wanna lean back for this one because we need the space to do this next exercise. One stays on your shoulder, one goes up. So we're just gonna lift up and back down. Up and down. Good. 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're not arching your back. 7, core is tight. 8, 9, and 10. Bring that one down. You can wiggle out your fingers if you need to. You can roll your shoulder. Then we're going to go to the other side. So you're going to pick it back up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back down. Let's bring both down. Roll both shoulders. Good. And if you don't have weights at home, that's okay. Grab soup cans, grab tomato sauce, grab beans, whatever cans you have or whatever you have lying around the house. If you have 2 different water bottles, doesn't matter, fill them up and you can do one side at a time. If you do have shoulder issues and you notice that one side is not a problem, but the other side has a sticky spot where it's like, it's just not getting there, lighten the weight on that one side that's having the difficulty so that it can build up the strength in order to get to that point, okay? We're gonna try it again, 10 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let's bring it down, wiggle it out, roll it out. Good. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down. Wiggle it out. Roll your shoulders. Good. So we're going to put one down. We're going to keep one. We're going to walk our feet out, but keeping them flat on the floor. We're going to lean back to our chair. Get to relax a little bit, but not fully. I still want that core nice and engaged. And we're just going to drop the weight from side to side. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't need to use a weight for this if you're having issues. So it's okay to do this if you have spinal stenosis, if you have osteoporosis. This is a great exercise for you to be able to do, but you have to remember not to twist the whole spine. So you're just going to let the arms fall, keeping your core tight. Okay, so you're not really twisting. Your arms are twisting, but your spine is staying straight. If you're having a hard time doing it with the weight, don't do it with the weight. Just get comfortable here first and doing it side to side. Okay? Good. Perfect. Let's sit it back up. We're going to take the other weight. So if you noticed when you did that, it kind of popped your back a little bit. It's just bringing it back into alignment. So that's not a terrible thing. However, again, like I said earlier, if you have spinal stenosis, if you have osteoporosis, make sure you keep that spine nice and straight so your core is really getting that workout and keeping everything in alignment. We're going to take it here. We're going to open up our legs just so that we have a good base, and we're just going to punch in front. So push, 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 push. Good. Working the shoulders, working the arms. You're going to feel the forearms. If you want a little bit more, you can go to the side. Push, push. Whatever suits you best. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can play around with your punches. Good. We're going to start to feel those arms. We're going to start to get warm. This is a cardio workout too. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, multiple body systems are working at the same time. Good, let's do 2 more. 1, punch, punch, 2. Punch, punch. Good. Feeling our shoulders now, roll them out. Good. Excuse me. All right, so we're still sitting at the edge of our chair. Feels good to be here. We have the fluidity and we have the space to be able to do these exercises. We're going to drop 1 arm down. Again, if you have an arm on your chair, it's a little bit more difficult, but we're just going to lift. Up. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it here, wiggle it out. We're going to do the other side. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Wiggle it out. So the lateral raise, you're going to feel that in your shoulders, into your back, upper back. Really give those shoulders a good roll. We're going to do it 1 more time on each side. So another 10 per side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And look where your arm is going. It should only go to the same height as your shoulder. So try not to go higher. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Roll it out. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Wiggle it out. All right, our last exercise for today. I'm going to switch my chair around so you can see. We're going to stay on the edge of our chair. Okay, almost to the point where your sit bones are about to slip off. You might fall off your chair, but you're not going to. Your feet are flat on the floor. You're going to bring one of your weights to your chest so you can hold it, keep it secure. What you're going to do is you're going to lean back to the back of the chair, but you're not going to touch, and you're going to come back forward. Okay, so you're going to go back, really work in that core, and come back forward. Good. Down and back. Good. The main objective of this exercise is core. You want to work that core, not the back. So try not to arch your back, keep your back flat, and try not to touch the back of the chair. A lot of things going on. Good. And back. Perfect. Good. You want to make sure you're breathing through this one. Don't hold your breath as you go down or as you come up. Breathe naturally. Good. We should really feel this targeting the core. No pain in the back. Perfect. Excellent. I'm gonna do 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. You can put your weight down. And bring it here. We're gonna roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. Excellent. Good. And let's go the other way. Perfect. We're going to take those legs nice and wide so you don't have anything in the way. You're going to keep your hands on your thighs. You're going to slide it all the way down to your feet, keeping your back flat and sliding it back up. Good. Again, sliding down your legs all the way to your feet. Keep your back flat and come back up. Good. One more time. Down and back up. Good. From here, we're going to take one leg, cross it over the other. I'm going to put one hand on your ankle, one hand on your knee, and you're just going to keep your back flat, chest up, and lean forward. Excuse me. For this one, you don't have to go very far. You're going to feel that stretch through the back of your leg, down your hamstring, and into your bum. You don't have to go very far. Biggest thing, breathe. Try to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Take a deep breath and try to go a little further down. Good. Deep breath, a little further down. Good. Keeping your back flat. Excellent. Come all the way back up. Bring that leg down. Shake it out. Perfect. Other side comes up. Hand on your foot, hand on your knee. And again, just lean forward. You're going to notice one side is probably more flexible than the other. One hurts a little bit more than the other. That's okay. This just telling you that you need to stretch. So this is a great one if you have a flare-up for sciatica. This gets right into your bum, right into that muscle. The piriformis is a muscle that's very small and it's very buried into your bum. Like it's so deep in there and it's very short. So it's a very hard muscle to stretch. So this is a good one for it. Good. Deep breath, go down a little further. Deep breath, a little further. Good. Coming all the way back up. Wiggle out those legs. Good. We're going to take one arm and bring it across. We're going to look over the shoulder. Just going to hold it here. Remember, important, don't pull from your elbow. We don't want to hyperextend the elbow. So go below the joint or above the joint or go right to the shoulder. That's fine, but don't hyperextend that elbow. Good. Bring it down. Drop your hands like you have water on them and you're just shaking them off. Good. We're going to go to the other side. Across. Other side. Across and look over the shoulder. Good. Remember your breath, always breathing. This is the stretching part. This is where it's supposed to feel good. Excellent. Bring it down and shake it out. Good. So like we did earlier, this time you're going to cross one leg over the other. You're going to pull that hand over to the opposite knee. You're going to hold on to the back of your chair. I don't know if you can see my chair. And you're really gonna twist. Now that your body's all warmed up, let's make it a full twist. Good, and come back. You're gonna switch legs, other leg goes in front, opposite hand on knee, hand on the back of your chair, and you're just gonna fully twist. Good, wonderful. Let's roll it out. We're gonna do cat-cow to finish it off. So you're gonna keep your hands on your knees. You're gonna go down between your legs, chest up, flat back. Good. Keep your head up. Once you're as far as you can go, you're gonna round your back. You're gonna push against your knees and come back up. Good. Coming back down, chest down. Good. When you're as far as you can, drop your head, push against your knees, and round it all the way back up. Good. One more time. Down. Push, round, and come on up. Good. Wiggle it out. I always like to finish all of my classes with your arms out nice and wide and wrapping them around you, giving yourself a big hug. That was excellent. I did see some questions pop up, so I think we will take a look at them so I can answer them for you. I don't know how to do that.
I don't think we have any questions, Michelle.
Oh, no, I thought I
No.
saw some pop up. Does anybody have any questions at this point? If not, leaving a comment if you enjoyed the class, if you didn't, if you want more difficult or options, nothing.
Well, we just had a few people ask if the webinar was going to be recorded, which it is, and the link to that will be sent this afternoon in the follow-up email.
Okay, perfect.
And we have a few comments here coming in. Thank you very much, Michelle. Great class. We should do more. Thank you so much. Many thanks. Excellent. Thank you. And somebody says that they would love to get more chairs exercise sessions.
Perfect. We can definitely do that.
Wow, a lot of good comments coming in. Thanking you for a great session, Michelle.
Oh, thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. It's always a pleasure spending time with you.
And someone says that they like that you gave options for different different levels and for avoiding or for addressing certain injuries and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard when it's a group class like this. It's difficult because normally everyone has something, whether it be a torn rotator cuff or spinal stenosis, for instance, or osteoporosis, or has had a hip replacement or knee replacement, knee injuries. It's very difficult. So with a group class, we try to do what we can for everyone. We do understand that there are some limitations that some of you may have. But don't be afraid to exercise because of those injuries. The worst thing you can do is not move. Movement is motion, and that's the lotion that your body needs. So importantly enough, I know sometimes things get painful and that prevents us from wanting to do things, but we sometimes have to work through that pain in order to get better. And it's scary when you don't know what to do. So these webinars are awesome. They were so lucky that they offer them so you can learn on how to do things safely as opposed to just going out and doing it on your own.
We do have one question. Somebody's asking how often they should do one of these exercise sessions to kind of keep in shape.
So my theory would be every day. However, I do understand that time restraints, people are busy, life is busy, but snack on exercises. So if every day you want to do something, do it. It doesn't have to be that whole allotted 45 minutes to an hour class. That's not necessary. But if you take 5-10 minutes a day and do a little bit every day, you'll feel better. You'll start to see the efforts that you're putting in. They'll pay off. You'll see it. You'll feel it.
Perfect. And just a lot more comments thanking you for another great session. Oh, and somebody says that this was their first webinar with us, so, and they loved it and want to do some more. So just in case you're not aware, we do these fitness sessions with AIM Fitness every month. So we'll have another one in early February, and then again in March, and repeating every month. So we do hope to see you all there. And I think that's all for the questions. So I just have a few more words and then we'll finish it off.
Perfect.
So thank you everyone for participating in today's webinar. We hope that you enjoyed it and learned some great exercises to do in your free time to help you start the year off right. And a big thank you to Michelle and AIM Fitness for today's webinar. And please look out, everyone here, please look out for a follow-up email. It'll contain contact information for AIM Fitness if you'd like to sign up for one of their memberships. And it'll also contain the recording of today's webinar if you'd like to go through it again on your own time and follow the exercises. And also remember that you can invite non-members to participate in these webinars as a guest and to try us out for free. And to see all our upcoming webinars, please visit our website at nafrottawa.com. And there you'll be able to see all our upcoming webinars listed and to register for them. So thank you, everyone, and we hope to see you at our next webinar. Bye-bye.